Cancer, welcome to your reading. Dear Lord, it's a day. It is a day. Oliver, is it a day? Oscar just agreed it's a day. Okay, Oscar agrees, and it is a day. All right, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, one more. Thank you. All right, you're definitely in your heart space. Okay, over something here today, which I often get, right? I mean, people are like, oh, Cancer is so tough, right? But just because you've got the hard shell doesn't mean that you, on the inside, aren't feeling all the feelings. You just struggle to put the feelings out there, right? You have them all inside, buried deep within there. It's just, how do I actually share them? Right? That's the problem. Especially for those with like Cancer Venus, okay, Cancer Moon, like I get it. And you might be dealing with someone who is holding back as well. And there might not be equal give and take. Like they're showing me, right? Like you go out to eat and they expect you to pick up the tab, or you, right, are the one that you buy a gift for them and then they don't reciprocate. And so there is this energy of how much do I give before I start seeing a return, sort of a feeling, right? But some of this is about you having a spiritual awakening, I feel like. Okay. But that's why you're not talking about, you're in your heart, but you are not talking about it, right? You're just trying to listen to your gut. You're like, okay, my gut is going to tell me, is this fear? Is this doubt? Is this distraction? What is this, right? Like it's this part of you that's like, I'm not really trusting my heart. I think your heart knows, right? But you're completing a big cycle here. And this is part of your rebirth. And it's letting your inner child out. Because your inner child, I feel like, was the one taught not to be emotional, not to let your heart be seen. And it's been exhausting, right? But you don't know how to break free from this. You don't know how to allow yourself to rebel and to rise out of the ashes. And so I feel like some of you just feel exhausted in this, okay? So that part may resonate with you, may not. We'll see, okay? For those of you that are new, welcome. I am an intuitive. That means this is an energy channel, so I am not reading traditionally. Some of it may be traditional, some of it may just be spirit's guidance. As well, roles can still be reversed. It still could be the story of the third party and not you at all. Just take what resonates for you, leave the rest behind. For those returning, thank you. I appreciate you. You're why I keep doing these readings. I just, Spirit put me on this path a couple of years ago with the tarot readings, and it gives me as much, I think, as it gives to you. And that's a blessing. But still, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, because that is how others can find these messages. If you would like a personal reading, if you go to that MindsetUnicorn.me link below, you'll find my link tree, right? So that you can connect with me. If you want that personal reading, I do 1 question, 2 question, 3 questions, or full intuitive readings. That is the only place to find my readings. Okay. And then you can pay for the readings through my web store, which takes PayPal, it takes CashApp, right? So it takes a lot of different options. And then if there's any feedback you have, always feel free to leave it, right? I I do appreciate that. At the end, I'm going to go to Patreon, which is my donation-based platform. It's the beginning of the month, so you pay now. You get the whole month for whatever donation you make to the channel. It's a beautiful exchange. I made it donation so that everyone could afford it. Okay, and you get extended, some early release bonuses. All right. So let's see what's going on here. We're going to look at the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Oh, interesting. Could find that the masculine is actually in the divine feminine status in this, because I went right for the divine feminine cards first, but I'm going to pull for the divine masculine first. But again, take the role as it seems fit for you. So what's going on? Oh, Spirit's like, let's pull a starter card. Okay. I almost feel rushed, like so weird. And we get the divine feminine and the divine masculine in the order that I thought, feminine and then masculine. So the masculine's heart may be opening up to their feminine oracle energies, and the divine feminine may be opening up to their heart and mind connection here. Okay. And it's almost like they are prepared and going through the energy of the rebirth that I have seen. If you are watching my oracle readings on my other channel, then you are knowing that. And if you've read my new book, Souls in the Light Field, I was told that originally the feminine was in charge of the sky. The oracle of the skies, right? And the masculine, oracle of the celestials, I get it, Spirit, now finally, okay, was the oracle of the skies, all right? And the masculine was the oracle of the earth, hence, right, grounded in money and the earth and the pentacles. And then the masculine wanted to be the cosmos, eros, and creation. And so the feminine came and put that gentle fertility, okay, into the earth. And now there's a switch. And as it's going into the switch, the masculine is having to reincorporate into the air. And the feminine is having to come back into the dream state of like going in the cave. Okay, I've got the oracle and the earth guardian. And Pachamama, medicine mother, right, is overseeing it all. That is the overall creation energy. So Spirit, tell me a little bit more about what's going on here for the divine masculine. Okay, yeah, you're still kind of asleep, dreaming into this new rebirth. Okay, going through the cycle, trying to gain the balance, which makes sense, right? If you're coming from above down to below, right? Or below to above, there's this change. And you have to, like they're showing me scuba diving, which is not me. I do not scuba. But there is that energy. They're showing me having to slow yourself down to go down and then slowly come back up so you come up properly, and trying to gain that balance. Okay? Yeah. Don't feel strong enough yet. Okay? Strength in reverse. Because there's still too much in the ethers to ground yourself yet. Okay? There's two that just tried to flip up. We've got the Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords. Okay, so something could have caused the masculine to be hurt in the process here. Yeah, again, it's not coming through manifesting in the way that you feel, right? But that's because you're still in the traveler's phase here, okay? You're still in hermit mode. You're still finding yourself, okay? Judgment and King of Swords here, all right? You have the choice to just sit in this overthinking here for a few more minutes, But as you look ahead, you know the dawn is going to come and you are going to have to make that move, which you will make that move, right? To that work, that Seven of Pentacles, that prize, that material wealth. But it's just, you're kind of like, give me a minute, okay? So let's see what's going on with the Divine Feminine in this. Okay, romance, new love, dating. Okay, it says taking a risk, but I feel like maybe it's even taking a lover for some of you, is the energy that I got. Okay. Yeah, divine union in reverse. There is an energy here of the Divine Feminine being tired of the old construct, right? Like, if I'm moving into the dreaminess of the air, right? Then in the dream state, I'll be with the masculine, but I'm leaving the old bones of this old union in the past. Unless you want to come to me in the new encoding, then Divine Feminine is going to take a lover, Cancer. Okay, yeah. Because the Divine Feminine is like, I'm in the energy of loving myself. Okay, 2 cards of new love here. Deep emotional love for self. That is a beautiful energy here. And it's part of the journey, right? When I say she, it could be she, he, them, okay? Take it as it resonates for you. But she's on this journey, and she knows that she's not locked into the air yet. So it's like, if I'm going to go be a lone wolf for a minute, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to advance in this my way. Because she knows this is her soul path. But she's also a little bit heartbroken, okay? She's a little bit heartbroken about leaving behind. It's like leaving behind this earth energy that she has kind of clung to. And it's a little bit of, you know, like to come out of the earth, she kind of had to break herself apart to, you know, work upwards. But she will take this new start. She will take what she's learned from this address. Okay, I don't know why they said address. Some of you may be really moving, but she's taking this on her path, but not until she has taken a minute to be like, I'm doing me. Okay, so let's see what's healing here between the two. Okay, new ideas, clearing old patterns, awakened, very Page of Wands energy. Again, I feel like the masculine is like, I'm learning new codes now, right? And I feel that I've been blocked out by the feminine. And they're singing that song to me about an elastic heart, okay? And they're like, I'll bounce. I'll bounce back. It's all right. I'll bounce. But the feminine, again, is like in ghee. Glee. Maybe she is in ghee. What would ghee be besides buttery? I almost feel like it's a frequency, but I'm not quite sure why it's coming through that way. But again, like, I'm so excited to be on this new path and just not hiding that excitement, that joy, okay? Yeah, but it's because there's an inner wound here that's being healed with both the masculine and feminine, because they haven't unlocked this new code. They haven't unlocked the way that they are going to work with each other, right? The masculine gets it, right? I made a choice and I completed my masculine path, my wealth path, my foundational path, and I've chosen to extend my work into the healing of my heart path. And I get that I really needed to, see things this way. And they're seeing things through, again, it's this sweetness. Like they're showing me ghee and honey, right? There's a sweetness, but different sweetness from both of them. But there's a lot of work that goes into both of those being created. And there is the sharing of the heart regardless here, right? And perhaps in the dreamland is when this comes together, right? And there's a lot of faith here that this new dawn, right, will bring an unexpected leap ahead. But both do feel like this is fated, even if the feminine is very much holding themselves back in a very self-exploratory sort of an energy. So Spirit, tell me a little bit more about where the divine masculine is on the journey here. Thank you. Yeah, they feel stuck with the material world, but they are ascending, right? Like, I still feel like I am kind of stuck in this space that I've completed, but I feel the pull as I'm moving into this ascension back into this, right, energy of being the heart of the earth, okay? Which really is what I feel like's happening here, is the masculine has to feel the heartbeat of the earth, has to feel the frequency of the birthing that is 24/7 all day long for Mother Earth, okay? And sit with that, okay? Become part of a community. Get out there, not just with family, but exploring this beautiful earth and finding the gratitude, okay, for their divine partner. I haven't listened to all of it because if I ever do listen to like somebody's full reading, it takes me forever because I don't have enough time. But every now and again, I do catch an Amanda Ellis video, and I love her. And the reason she first drew my attention is because her last name is spelled the same way as my husband's middle name, which came from his grandmother, okay? And my daughter's middle name comes from his grandmother. And so, one of her middle names. But so there's this energy that, right, there's this whole gratitude that we have to have for where we are on the path. And the video that she did was about more of the downloads that she's getting about the twin flames, which is very similar. A lot of it was very similar to what I've been getting. And I love that the part that I just got up to, she was talking about the golden cord between Camilla, Charles, and Diana. And that's very much that golden ray energy, right? Who we are in this dimension is not who we are in the other dimensions. But I love that she said that our divine partners are our muse, because that's exactly what I feel, right? Like, I have said, right? Like, my last several books came out of the muse energy that brought Ophiuchus to me. which was the energy of my divine counterpart. Okay. Yeah. And so there's this crossroads energy of starting to appreciate where the divine feminine's been. Okay. Taking those lessons here, and how do they aspect the societal contracts that we have, right? Because I feel like the divine masculine is like, I want to receive some of the blessings of this fertility and this heart space and this planting the seed and watching it grow, sort of an energy that they haven't had in the past. So where is the divine feminine here on their journey? Again, romance and the twin flames, right? They know they have eternal love for their counterpart here. They are seeking union, but they are still putting themselves out there, opening up to romance regardless. They're like, unless my divine counterpart comes to me with this new encoding, like I am opening myself up to a lover, right? Yeah, the split energy. Okay, I want this, but I'll take this. And again, that takes me back to what Amanda had said in that reading. So some of you may really resonate with that, where she was saying, right, like, I mean, Camilla pretty much told Charles, right, like, yeah, Diana will be good for you. Like, yeah, go for it, right? And she and I are, you know, only a couple of years apart, maybe 2, I would bet, at the most. And so we both lived in that era and remember, you know, Diana and everything. And so I do feel like there is this split energy where the higher self of the masculine now has to kind of guide the 3D self in, do you come in with the new encoding to romance your divine feminine, or do you send in a muse, okay, a new muse to romance her, because it's going to take you the next 52 years, hopefully not, to come in and make it happen, right? Yeah. And this is all in divine timing. The divine feminine is already receiving those gifts, and I feel like they've just been they're ready to be out in the cold. They're ready to, they've received a bounty, right? It's like, I've received all my strawberries, I made all my preserves, I got enough, and I'm ready to be out in the cold and go my own way. Okay. Underlying, look what flipped over, the journal right there with the offer. They may have written up an offer and the masculine did not take it, and that could be really sitting heavy on their heart. Okay. Or it could just be, you know, they're like, hey, this was written in the Akashic and this didn't take place, so I get to now choose the rest of my lifetime in my domain. Okay. Take what resonates for you. What else here, Spirit? Yeah, okay. Your love life is being affected by children. There could be children involved, for sure. Or it could just be that the fact is that you have both forgotten what it was like in the other's shoes. And now that you've kind of swapped places, there's a little bit of a learning curve, right? There's a little bit of this like low-key energy here, right? Feminine, right? Learning to recalibrate to air, which meant going through a lot of emotions, because the emotions had to turn to steam, right? And the masculine, right? Having to feel that burning sun set and come into the coldness of that earth to reignite their fire from within. And that's kind of hard, right? In more ways than one. Hard earth, right? This is your true love. This is the romance of your lifetime. Don't let yourself have doubts. You know, no one else knows, but you know. But again, there could be a marriage in between this, or a desire. There could have been an offer on the table, right? Like maybe the feminine asked the masculine for their hand. But regardless, the feminine didn't get what they wanted, and they pulled back. And this could be a way of trying to control, and the masculine could be kind of in shock by all of this, and it could have set all of the angels abuzz. Like, can you believe that the divine feminine did this? Can you believe after all this time? Oh, it's like a soap opera, right? But I feel like this will unfold naturally once the feminine can get this out of their system. Okay? Yeah, there's engagement. And it might take a while. Okay? Because, and for some of you, maybe this did take a while. And you're at the other end of the scope of this, because we've got these youngsters here married, right? And then we've got these oldsters, okay, coming together. And if you're already in a relationship and it's gotten really stale, maybe this is just a sign that it's going to re-engage, but you have to let go of the control of this. But I also feel like, again, it's, right, not playing by the rule book anymore, but knowing that you have to decide. Like, this energies can be split right now, but you have to decide pretty quickly what it is that you want here. Anything else here, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, yeah. Feminine is definitely in their sword energy as they are moving into, right, the air. They're embodying a lot of extra thought and a lot of, oh, what's the word, Spirit? What word are you trying to give me? Like they're demonstrating, again, their control, but it's a deliberate energy. It's not willy-nilly. And here's the masculine, right? They are now coming through the emotions. And they're sitting here, Page of Cups, okay? But they're still embodying that in the air a little bit. It's still coming down. It's still raining. And so they're not really in the space. And you can see that they are, right? Their energies are shifting. Okay? Yin and yang. And they're not really ready to offer this romance that the feminine desires. Yeah. And she's like, justice. Okay? She's like, I have gone through the chakras, right? The main chakras. And I've balanced myself and I've moved myself into this upper energy, justice. My time has run out. I'm calling time, okay? And so, again, it's like judgment here, like here in the 3D, you're getting this from the angels. Like this was called, feminine has called time. Do you get this, right? Like it's really an interesting aspect here. 7 of Swords. Masculine may not have known that all of this resided in their heart, for the feminine. 7 of Wands, because they were in a stance of defending themselves. They were in war within themselves. And there was a distance here. Okay. And there was a lot of, I feel like, envy, darkened, cold emotions here that had to come to the surface, had to be looked at. 2 of Pentacles, to get everything ready, to be balanced, to have this change, this shift. And again, so the feminine now has put on their mask, okay? 4 of Wands. They really do want and desire their masculine's commitment, but they are really embodying themselves. And Page of Wands there, and the 4 of Cups. It's almost like, in a way, it's too little too late, but it's also kind of an energy of the friend zone went too far. And the masculine, I feel like, knows how they have to save it. Okay, 6 of Wands, but that is really, are they going to? So let's pull an oracle, and then I'm going to move to the extended. Okay, that link will be down below. Yeah, okay. Partnerships and alliances. I do feel like, and when this balances, it will bring you back to the crossroads together. Okay, where you'll have another opportunity, right? Yeah, there's Ace of Cups. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and if I pull them up the way that they came out, they match the channeled reading. If you go watch the channeled reading I did the other night, Spirit asked me to do one right before I was going to go to bed. They told me your sign would be 328 or 321. And there is 321. So for somebody that resonates, that's your sign, go watch that, right? 321. But it is, again, right? The fertility will bring the minds together. The minds will bring the work back together, and love will begin. Okay? And I feel like you know that, but separation part is never easy. So I love you guys. Don't forget to click on like. Have a beautiful rest of the day, and I will see you next time. Bye.